Hey guys, welcome to the channel. If you don't know already, my name is Tyler Wright and I'm going to be doing a daytime glam for you. I'm actually wearing it right now, and if you'd like to see how I got this look, then just keep watching. So we're going to be taking the Tarte Luminous Dewy Skin Mist and spray it all over our face just for a little bit of extra moisture because your girl is dry. Next, I'm going to be taking the Benefit Professional and put it all over the places where I have pores. So my chin, my cheeks, my nose, and my forehead. Now I'm going to be taking my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte and put it all over my face as well as down my neck so that there's no distinct line. And for that I'm going to be using my Real Technique sponge. Now I'm going to be taking my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer and be putting it in under my eyes and places where I'd like to highlight on my face. I haven't used this in a while, and so I used way too much today, but these things happen. And I'll also be using the same sponge that I used for my foundation. Now I'll be taking the Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette using the shade Incandescent Light just to set the places where I put my concealer to keep it nice and bright. And for that I'll be using my setting brush from Real Techniques. With the same palette, I'm going to go in with Radiant Light and set the rest of my face so it's not all sticky when I put other powders on there. And the brush I'm going to be using is my buffing brush from Real Techniques as well. Now I'm going to go in with dim light and almost use it as a nice shimmery bronzer. I find that the sparkle doesn't show up very much on my skin. It just looks nice and natural. And for the brush I'm going to be using is the e.l.f. Angled Blush Brush. Now I'm going to be taking the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I'm going to be using the shade Shadow Play to contour my face. And the brush I used is the contour brush from Real Techniques. Now going in with the Becca Champagne Collection palette, I'm going to be taking Prosecco Pop and highlight where I usually would. So my cheeks, my nose, my cupid's bow, my chin, and my forehead. And I'm going to be using the Luxie 522 Tapered Highlighter brush for that. Now I'm going to go back in the palette and use Champagne Pop and all the places where I put Prosecco Pop. And I'm just putting it on top just to make it a little bit more glowy. Now going back in the palette again, I'm just going to be taking Rosé Spritz and apply the blush all over my face, and I'm using the same e.l.f. brush that I used before with the bronzer. Now taking my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Spray and Set and just spraying my face to set the base. Now going in the Stila Soul palette, I'm just taking the shade Kitten with my finger and putting it all over the lid. Now going back into the palette, I'm taking the shades Individual and Heart, and I'm going to be patting it outside on the outer corner of the lid and then putting it into my crease just to add definition. And the brush I used is from the Full Exposure palette. Now I'm taking the shade Being from the palette and using my Lancome 18 brush and putting it on my lid almost like a brown liner. Now taking my Naked Smoky palette brush, I'm just grabbing all the shades that we had in our crease and just putting them on our lower lash line just to match the top. Now taking my Real Techniques T-Tailor brush, I'm just putting Kitten on my brow bone and in my inner corner. Now I'm just taking my Tarte eyelash curler just to curl my lashes to get ready for mascara. Now I'm taking my Lancome Seals Booster Mascara Primer and just putting that all over the top lashes.
And now it's just like, man, you got to have that time where you just like disconnect from the scene, just the race. Like, and it's a race that I've created in my head, you know? But you have to step away from it.
Now I'm taking my Benefit Roller Lash and putting them all over my top lashes as well as the bottom. Now I'm taking my NYX Cosmetics Slim Pencil in Peekaboo Neutral and I'm going to put that all over my lips to get ready for a main lip color. Now for our main lip color, we're taking Nude Sticks Gel Color Lip Cheek Balm in the shade Haven and putting that all over our lips. It's just such a pretty glossy nude. Well guys, that's it. If you liked my video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to see future videos, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Love you guys. Bye.